Our company background is so important. Reliance Consulting truly believes that success is gained through trust. We really believe that our departments and companies that we work with should trust us that we know what we're doing because we really do know what we're doing. We're very confident in our jobs. We know that we're going to make our companies better. I truly believe that we're going to make the UREC better than it is now. And we just we want them to trust us to know that we know what we're doing. I mean, if something goes wrong, we will let them know. We just want them to let us take them kind of in control and show them how things need to be done, and that's really important to us. We also believe in just teamwork, and we just believe in our personal morals. Like, teamwork is so important because we are a team. Like, we have to work together, obviously, but we just don't want anybody, we don't go behind people's backs. Like, everyone is aware of everything in each situation, and that is very important. I mean, I want to know what's going on at all times, and my partners need to know what's going on at all times. But it does also kind of go hand in hand with the trust. I trust my partners to make good decisions if we're not all there, and I hope they trust me to do the same thing if that's the case. It's just all lies hand in hand. We also believe that our communication is key, which it is in every situation. Communication is so important. We communicate with our department, tell them what's going on, what we want to do, hoping still that they trust us, and we want them to communicate with us what they want us to do, what their overall goals are, and we'll tell them what our overall goals are. And it's really important for our team that we all communicate with each other. I mean, we need to be hand in hand, really. I mean, we're a team. I can't do it all by myself, and I know Taylor can't do it all by herself, and Chance can't either. So we really need to be able to work together, communicate together, and trust each other. It's so important. Now that y'all know about the company background, Taylor is going to talk to y'all about the statement of need.
We chose to consult the University Recreation Center because we were able to identify through surveys some of the issues the University Recreation Center has been facing. We conducted a survey and found that only 5 out of every 10 students at the University of West Georgia utilize the University Recreation Center, which is shocking because the students are already paying to use these facilities with their student fees. Us at Reliance Consulting see great potential for the UREC to increase these numbers. We also did some research and found some data on why students gain weight in college, as you can see in the pie chart below. As you can see, 65% of students blamed the food at colleges, 14% blamed lack of exercise, 9% blamed beer and drunk eating, and 12% claimed to not have gained weight. So it may appear that we can only help those who claimed lack of exercise cause their weight gain, but really we're looking at the entire 88% because these changes we plan to make in the University Recreation Center can counteract the weight gained by the food at the university and by the beer and drunk eating, and of course, obviously, through exercise. After evaluating both of these issues, we feel confident that there are numerous opportunities that we can take advantage of moving forward to improve the University Recreation Center, and we're excited to work with them in this process. While addressing these organizational needs, we found there will be little to no financial investments, and there's even potential for a financial gain for the university. We observed some other universities and their recreation facilities, and we found that Georgia State University actually has their rec center open to the public, and they experience financial gain based on that. So we would like to make some similar changes at the University of West Georgia. When I attended the University of West Georgia, I actually chose to pay for a membership at a different gym based solely on the fact that I could work out with my sister at that gym, even though I was already paying for the West Georgia gym with my student fees. If my sister had been able to get a membership at our gym, then we totally would have utilized that gym. While doing our research, we also found that 80% of the students that use the UREC are also in a Greek organization. And while it's great that those in Greek organizations are involved, we want to create a more diverse community at the University of West Georgia so we see more different types of people using our gym. We see many opportunities for improvement by adding new activities to the UREC and by increasing the promotion of those activities. If the UREC decides to take our advice, we believe the student turnout at the UREC could substantially increase. The amount of students who gain weight in college could decrease, and the university could even experience some financial gain in this process. Overall, our main goal is to increase the sense of community at the University of West Georgia and to help the UREC strive to create possibilities for healthier students at the university. My partners will talk more about going forward, and next you'll hear from my partner, Olawale Akinrolabu, about internal and external communications. Thank you.
Hello, how are you all doing today? My name is Wale Akinrolabu, and I will be discussing the internal and external parts of this. Let's look at our goal. Our goal here at the Reliance Consulting Company is to offer new and inventive ways to widen and benefit your company. There will be two ways this can be done, internally and externally. First, let's take a look at the phone and text message aspect of this. Text message is a great way to communicate with students. Statistics shows that more than 80% of students communicate via text message. This is why we feel like this is the most effective way to get to the students. Secondly, let's look at the emails. Although emails may be outdated and people might think it's so 1980s, 1970s, but it's still a great way to communicate. The goal here is to send 2 or 3 text messages per week to students, forcing them to at least open up one. Now, the trick is not to send more than 3 text messages because the students are going to look at it as spam and most likely not open it. So stick to 2 to 3 text messages and we're good. Now let's appeal to the community, people that's not part of the university. A great way to do this would be to advertise on newspapers. We advertise on newspapers and set the newspapers in convenience stores, liquor stores, gas station, Walmart, grocery stores, all these places, advertising what the UREC could do for the community. That way we could bring people in, people that's not students, and have them participate with us. Another great way would be to open up social medias. Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, all these social medias would be a great way, considering we are in the technology ages. Now let's divert to the SWOT analysis. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Let's look at the internal and external ways of this, also the helpful and the harmful way of this. Helpful way internally will be strengths. There's a diversity of activities. It's open to all students, including people who aren't students. They just have to pay a small fee, and the location is perfect. It's not too far from anywhere. External helpful thing will also be the opportunities we have. We can have weekly events, networking with students, and we have to find a way to reopen the pool. Now, harmful internal thing would be the weaknesses. The weaknesses we have with the UREC would be the lack of participation, as mentioned before, no pool, and the lack of budget management. The budget management has to be carefully managed so that we can put whatever needs to be put in what to help benefit the program. Now let's look at the harmful way externally. There's threats, there's competition of gyms, other local gyms, and all that. All these small local gyms, Planet Fitness, LA Fitness, these threats can harm us because we aren't competing. And also, like I said, we do not have a pool. This lack of the pool is a big thing that students have complained about. And once we reopen this pool, we can well be on our way to be one of the greatest facilities in Georgia. In conclusion, these analyses will help us expose your company's strengths and weaknesses, and we can recommend steps that's needed to be taken to blow away your competition. Now, my partner Bradley Armour will be here to present those recommendations for you. Thank you.
The first recommendation our company encourages the campus center to do is to focus on advertisement. Many students agreed or strongly agreed to have little or no knowledge of certain activities and classes offered at the campus center. We recommend that the campus center focus on better advertising for activities where less than 50% of the students agreed or strongly agreed that they were aware of. This includes sports clubs, climbing classes, the outdoor rental center, and the outdoor recreational activities. We also suggest that the campus center better advertises the days and times of various classes that are held. With our data analysis, the best way students would like to be contacted is through email and social media sites. As for other recommendations, small changes that students would like to see at the campus center are more squat racks in the gym, more hiking trips for outdoor recreational activities, the TV lounge area in the game room, and longer hours for the gym to be open. We would recommend improving in these areas first if the campus center wishes to spend the least amount of money to improve overall student satisfaction. We would also recommend to reduce exercise classes that students had the least interest in. Although students didn't suggest to add water fountains with water bottle filling stations, we would recommend replacing outdated water fountains with updated ones to have this option. This will update the look and feel of the campus center, and this would be given at a small price. Students would enjoy the campus center more if they're able to refill water bottles. Our final recommendation for the campus center would be to further investigate the benefits of reopening the pool at the campus center. With our findings, we discovered that 80% of students agreed or strongly agreed that they would like to have access to a pool on campus. Since the construction of a pool has already been established, reopening the area would require minimal effort and could potentially have the highest impact of overall student involvement. The University of West Georgia could greatly benefit in reopening the pool by establishing UWG swimming teams. West Georgia could designate the pool to the swim team during certain hours of the day and open the pool to students afterwards. Students who already attend University of West Georgia could benefit from a pool as a healthy way to stay in shape. The main concern students had with reopening the pool was the additional costs involved. In our survey, we asked students how much they would be willing to pay to have the pool area reopened at the campus center. While students agreed to pay more campus fees for a pool, the majority of the students did not like the idea for having to pay more. Additionally, reopening the pool may concern directors of the campus center with additional costs involved to sustain the area. For these reasons, our company created multiple hypothetical scenarios to charge students an additional amount to reopen the pool. After further examination, our company believes that charging students an additional fee of $35 to reopen the pool would be a fair price point. With our recommendation, the university could potentially generate $358,715 by charging each student an additional $35 with the promise of reopening the pool area. We believe that this amount would greatly surpass the cost associated to sustain the pool and theoretically could produce supplementary revenue for the university. Hypothetically speaking, if the university eliminates the area of the campus center that students have little or no interest in, the additional $35 fee could be reduced to a lower price point. Removing these areas will reduce costs for the campus center and allow the university to charge a lesser amount for reopening the pool while also generating a comparatively large amount of profit.
In conclusion, our company, Reliance Consulting, is committed to working with the UREC at the University of West Georgia. We can promise that with our recommendations, internal and external communications, and statement of needs, that we have the ability to help the UREC succeed tremendously. We are we know what we're doing. We're honestly ready to help y'all. We are excited about it and we are just committed to helping the UREC. We would like to thank y'all again for just listening to our proposal and giving us the time of day, and we really look forward to working with y'all in the future. Thank you again, and I hope everybody has a great night. Now we will go on to questions, and if anybody has questions, we will all be answering them. Thank you.
I'm going to be answering the question, why would working with your consulting company be a smart choice and or investment? Well, at Reliance Consulting, we've dedicated a lot of time and energy to doing research and producing data. And based on that data, we have supplied you with recommendations that we feel will be very beneficial. What's great about our plan is that it requires very little to no financial investment. And also, we have looked at what other universities are doing and what is working for those universities. So we can apply that to the University of West Georgia, and we feel very convinced that we will have very effective results.
Putting posters and flyers up around campus would just be so important for our department. The UREC has so much to offer, and we know that they have a lot to offer because we plan on working with them. But they have so much to offer, and we want everybody to know about it. I mean, people don't always follow Instagrams and stuff from school functions, but if we put up flyers and posters in all the popular places that people like to hang out, like the library, the UCC, just even in their classrooms, then students would really know about the changes and really know how great the UREC is going to be. This is so important to get your company's name out there. I mean, it would help them out and get them more people showing up, working out there and everything. And it would also get our name out there because they would know that we had helped them, and that's why they were so much better than they were to begin with. So it's really a win-win situation because we're helping them out, but they're also helping us out. But it's really just a great way to let people know how great the UREC is and how much it has to offer, just because people don't always know what there is around campus and what there is all to do. I definitely didn't know a lot of it until I was able to study it and everything, and now I know all there is to offer, and it's really great, and I wish I had known sooner.